Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. What are we talking about today? We're talking more about being defensive and guilt and shame. Oh yeah, enjoy that song. Enjoy, friends. It's my gift to you. My gift to you really is this combo today, which is being defensive like we talked about yesterday, but also shame and guilt. So we start to get defensive because we feel a lot of shame and guilt about whatever we're holding on to. I just had a particular situation in which I was trying to be helpful. Sometimes I get myself into trouble with that. Something for me to work on. Probably more often for me, I need to ask first if my help is actually wanted. Though I will say it is always coming from a good place, an open heart and a good intention. But that is a story for another day. What I thought that I was doing to be helpful was not taken in that way. And the other party got very defensive very quickly. Behind the defense was a huge feeling of shame and guilt associated to what I was talking about, which was knowing that what I was saying was really fully true. So going back to yesterday, what is that defense mechanism? What are you triggered for? And it is because you feel big shame and guilt about the truth of the conversation, that you don't want to look into yourself. So again, it's like what I was saying yesterday. What if you could pause and stop and see that it's not that you think the other person is actually wrong, but you think you are quote unquote wrong? Where am I wronging myself? And if that lies in shame and guilt, what am I feeling the guilt for? What am I feeling the shame for? Are you calling me out on that? And am I too afraid to call myself forward? Am I too afraid to own it? Like I said, you have to own it to disown it. So where is that guilt? Where is that shame taking over? It starts to even take over your nervous system, shut you down. You can't hear the conversation. Maybe your speech starts to get faster, your voice starts to get louder, your tone starts to change. All in this effort to push it away, make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. I don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear it, la, 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 I don't want to hear it. It's an opportunity to look inside. What is the shame saying to me today? Where can I actually make a shift? Where can I make a change? Where is this just actually the light bulb going off? What if I could quickly reframe that and take it in a different way? Another thing that just came up in talking to a client this morning, they were experiencing a big bout of guilt and regret over expressing their feelings as well, expressing their truth about a situation in their relationship. The partner did not receive it well. Again, their shame and guilt at play over being called out on something that they didn't want to look at, pushing the defense, blame back to the other side. I'm not willing to see what you're saying. I'm not willing to stand in my truth. I'm not willing to be accountable to that. Therefore, I'm going to shame you to feel like you did something wrong. I'm going to have you thinking you should not have spoken up. And with that might come with some sort of way that I'm going to withhold from you or stonewall you, or maybe I'm going to start to criticize you or break you down just a little bit, just enough to put you in your place with my defensive mechanisms to let you know you wronged me, because I'm not willing to look at that. In turn, the other person who was coming forward in their truth, this person in particular has worked hard on being able to speak in his truth, and then is suddenly feeling like, oh my God, guilt, shame. I did the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing by taking care of myself and speaking my truth. And then it's just that vicious cycle that goes around. So the point of the game here is accountability, personal responsibility. Can we be responsible for the trigger? Can we own it? Can we see it is within us? Because that's when we get quickly turn around. That's when we get to learn from it. That's when we get to grow from it. And that's when we get to make that big, fast shift. Because all of this in between, the blame game and the victimhood and the pushing around, just turns to resentment. Resentment, as I always say, is drinking the poison and expecting the other person to die. So take that into account today. I hope it helps you the next time you feel that welling up in you. You know what that means, right? I'll use my words when you start to feel defensive. Thanks so much for listening.